Ever since the 2020 election, Donald Trump and many other Republicans have been claiming that the state of Michigan was ripe with fraud, election fraud of all kinds taking place in the state of Michigan. Of course, they were never able to prove any of it. However, the state board of elections, or state canvassers, they've uncovered the fraud. They finally found it, folks. Here we are at the end of May 2022, and they found the fraud. Of course, it wasn't actually for the 2020 election. It was for the 2022 Republican gubernatorial primary. 5 candidates in Michigan running under the Republican banner for that governor spot have now been implicated in a massive fraud scandal that basically, to put the whole thing in a nutshell, they used fraudulent signatures, according to the accusations, right? It's all alleged because nobody's been convicted. But they allegedly used fraudulent signatures to get themselves over the threshold needed in order to be placed on the ballot in particular. Now, I say 5 because one of them, the 6th, actually already dropped out of the race. After these revelations came to light, Michael Brown, I believe Michael Brown, said, I'm out. Okay, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. But the 5 other ones are still in there. Now, here's the thing. If it was one person, okay, yeah, that's a bad apple, right? One person broke the rules. Obviously, this is bad. 2 people, okay, you got a problem on your hands. 6 people using fraudulent signatures to get themselves on that ballot in the state of Michigan, that's an epidemic. Because there's still 5 Republicans who, even if these 6 are off the ballot, there's still 5 that will be on it. So don't worry, they're going to have a Republican candidate. But that means that there were 11 people, and out of those 11, 6 of them, a majority, likely committed fraud by using fake signatures to get themselves on the ballot. I would say that is an epidemic for the Republican Party there in the state of Michigan. And as usual, with these Republicans, it is always projection. It is always the people who cry the loudest about voting fraud and elections being unfair that end up getting busted for things like this. Don't believe me? Why don't you go ask Mark Meadows how things are working out for him in North Carolina as he faces that investigation for potential voter fraud there. He was actually registered to vote in 2020 in 3 different states, which is 3 times as illegal. So yes, these Republicans who have nonstop been telling us that elections are ripe with fraud, that you can't swing a dead cat without hitting election fraud, yeah, they're the ones who keep getting busted for this kind of crap. And it's going to continue happening because this is apparently an epidemic from within the Republican Party itself, folks. The fraud is coming from inside the building. And these Republicans are just ignoring it, pretending, oh no, it's a couple bad apples. It's a majority of the people you had running for governor in that Republican primary in the state of Michigan. That's not a couple bad apples. That's pretty much what your party stands for today. One of today's video sponsors is Kamikoto, the makers of high-quality Japanese steel kitchen knives, and they're offering our viewers $50 off their orders by going to kamikoto.com/ROF and using code ROF at checkout. Kamikoto makes great Japanese steel kitchen knives using traditional techniques from Japan. Kamikoto builds on the legacy of over 800 years of Japanese technology and expertise in creating the steel to make knives that have been meticulously handcrafted from using traditional techniques that date back to the Edo period of Japan. Kamikoto also only uses steel sourced from mills in Japan, and each blade is crafted using techniques that have been honed and perfected by generations of knifesmiths. Each Kamikoto knife goes through a rigorous 19-step process that takes several years from start to finish to complete. With more than 100 years of experience between them, their national expert bladesmiths hone and sharpen raw steel into hardy blades, polishing and sharpening them to an excruciatingly fine edge. Each knife comes in a beautiful, heavy-duty ash wood box, which makes it the perfect gift. It's also easy to store in the box that it comes in. Each knife is individually inspected and comes with a lifetime guarantee. And these knives are used by Michelin star chefs all over the world. Again, Kamikoto is offering a discount of $50 off your order. So go to kamikoto.com/ROF and use the code ROF at checkout to take advantage of this fantastic offer.